thanks for all the love on the first part. This is part 2 of the Pluggnb tutorial to end all tutorials. I really don't know what to say. I just want to say thank you for the crazy support. The first one went nuts. I looked into the stuff that you guys wanted to see for the part 2 of this tutorial, and I kind of had it mapped out already, and I don't know if I want to include it or not, so we're kind of just gonna like go off a limb here. Okay guys, so here's how I make beats like 30NICKK. Here's the beat preview. Okay, so here's how I actually make beats like 30NICKK. So yeah, this is a lab with lieu. This is the MIDI that I use from lieu. Pretty complicated looking. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, but Nick has chords usually very soft, like velocity wise, and has a good choice of electric pianos. I recommend getting something like FM Tines or Lounge Lizard for making 30NICKK type beats, or any of the Roland plugins. Here's what the MIDI sounds like on its own. I threw this stack in. Just plays the same melody, and then I threw these keys in on top. I'm gonna play this with the original piano so you can hear it better. And I'll play it on its own as well. Kind of strange, but it works. And then I threw this background synth in here. And then I threw a 30NICKK bell in here. And then I have this very strange sounding synth in the background. And then the strings that just follow the top notes. And then another strange sounding synth. And then all together, my melody sounds like this. So the drums are very simple, just catchy. Here's what this sounds like on its own. The hat pattern is very simple. I just play with the velocity a little bit. and then a generic clap pattern, and then a rim pattern that plays off the clap, and then this tom that rolls at the end, and then I have this snare, then a chant, a shaker, and then the 808, which is just a Lex Luger 808. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this beat in particular. And nothing crazy going on here except for the piano, to be honest. That's all credit to CeeLo. I'm gonna move on to something else, and then we're gonna move on to the next beat. A lot of you asked me what chords are good for Pluggnb, and honestly, I think if you go into the stamp tab and go into the advanced chords, and you go down here, you can find a lot of good, cool sounding chords. For this beat in particular, I threw in some of my own stuff. This is a major 7th with an added 13th, and then this is a minor 9th with an added 13th. Here's what this sounds like. I just dropped this one note too, by the way. It's kind of just playing around and seeing what sounds good, but here's this beat. I'm not gonna break it down, but breakdown on this, I'll probably make a TikTok of it or put it in my next part. But yeah, for mixing, I use the Glumboy official drum kit, the 001 Glumboy official drum kit. Go buy it. I would recommend supporting Glumboy. He's a good dude. The mixer presets in here are very good. I use them pretty much in every beat. I think that they're some of the best mixer presets I've ever had. I tend to use the simple sine one the most and the rentrée delay the most, and whatever the piano and pad ones are, I usually use those. That's pretty much it for mixing. I can mix things on my own. It's just that the presets are usually really good. The presets that are in that kit usually fit the sound that I'm looking for. But if I need to mix something on my own, it's usually like something very small or irrelevant in the beat. But yeah, no, I'm gonna move on to the next beat. Okay, so here's how to make mels like CeeLo. I started off with using a CeeLo MIDI. Making mels like CeeLo is kind of complicated because do you not see the chords that this man is putting down? Getting in the groove of making Pluggnb, like you'll start to make better and better chord progressions. The longer you make it, you'll understand what sounds good. And if you decide to wander into music theory, I think that'll probably help you. CeeLo can make very, very simple chords sound very nice. Like this first chord is fairly simple, and it just sounds nice. I used phase chord from Purity. I layered that with a pad, and then we have this lead. And then I have this counter lead in the background that you can't really hear. Then I have the main lead here, PW for president, and it plays this melody. Then I have a guitar over here. Then we have this in the background. And then we have these strings. Now we would arrange this and then render it. And then once you have it rendered, you should slow it down a whole bunch. And then you'd have this interlude type beat. I know it's not like a type beat, but CeeLo has been making has made a lot of Pluggnb interludes, and I think that they're really nice, and I thought it would be nice to break those down. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next beat. This is how I make a J2K type beat. This is what it sounds like. It's a lab with Cloudboy. Yeah.
With a cloud, shawty.
As you can tell, there's a lot going on. It's pretty cool though. This is a Cloudboy piano MIDI. Here's what it sounds like. And then I layered this with the pad. Nothing crazy. And then a lead. Then another lead. Then we have this in the background. Pretty sure this is a bell. Yeah. Just same generic bell that I usually use. If you didn't see part 1, you'll find it there too. It's a Purity bell. It's called Music Box. It's very good. And then strings, obviously you need them. Just a generic pattern, nothing crazy. Follows the top notes. And then here's the entire mel together. And then the hats are very simple. And then the drums are very simple. Here's what they sound like on their own. The hats are bare minimum. And then the clap patterns, you know, the same. The snare is just loud. And then we have an open hat. Doesn't do much. And another open hat. And then a chant. And then the kick, which is one of the more important parts of the beat. It's not required, like you don't need this for a JXYY2K type beat, but like, I just like it, I think it sounds good. And then the sub underneath it. The short notes give it a little bit more bounce. And here is the kick and the sub together. Kinda strange. They play off of each other pretty well though. I kind of butchered switching over to the kick, but it's okay. You get the idea. But yeah, that and a ton of sound effects, and you got yourself a JXYY2K type beat. And don't forget to master pitch it. If you missed how to master pitch Pluggnb beats, go to part 1 of the tutorial. I break it down somewhere in there. There's a timestamp in the description, you can go find it. But yeah, I'm gonna go move on to the next beat. This is my reprod of Can't Take It, and this is how I'm gonna explain how to make a Diordaze type. I'm gonna play it first. It's kind of old. It's from last June, so yeah, this is what it sounds like. It's fairly accurate. It's just kind of mixed poorly. I could clean it up, but it's from June. I don't really see the point to cleaning it up. But basically, this is the piano pattern, and this is what it sounds like. And then pattern 2 is kind of the same. And this is like the top notes. And then there's this bell that goes over those keys. And then this layer of phase chord. Very quiet. It's mixed poorly. My bad. And then there's these strings that are very, very prominent. And then there's this lead right here. Which I think there's actually more to, but I think I just stopped there for some reason. And then the important lead that everyone knows. The drums are very simple, like extremely simple. This is what they sound like on their own. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's automation clips here. There's one for the master. There's one for the volume of, I think it's the volume of, oh wait, no, it's the volume of the lead, because you can hear it in the you can hear it in the beginning, in the background, and then it gets very like loud towards the end. But and then there's this other automation clip for when summrs verse starts, when there's this random bass boost. Yeah, I think that's, why did I tag this 3 times? Something's wrong with me. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna end this tutorial a little bit shorter than the other one. I'm gonna try to edit it down a little bit shorter too, and then I need suggestions for part 3 because I don't really know what else to add. We'll cover Thrill Boy, that for sure, but let's keep this going. Let's run this video up. I hope it does just as well as the first one. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it. I'm sorry this wasn't really the best. I've kind of underprepared. I've been busy with life and other things, but I'm gonna commit to the grind for the tutorials, because you guys seem to really enjoy them. Alright, y'all have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Yeah, peace out.